Welcome to lesson 13 and congratulations. You are a rock star. You almost finished this quest. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you because you made a promise at the beginning and you're fulfilling it. And today we're celebrating. And we're celebrating in a way that our brain loves. We're putting together everything we learned and we're going to make some valuable insights from that. We started this journey in lesson 1 and remember what we did? We made a commitment. And we talked about the promises and how promises have power. So congratulations for sticking to your promise of finishing this quest. And lesson number 2 was all about challenging external circumstances and how when you have a winning mindset, like Leo Messi did, you can challenge adversity, you can challenge obstacles. And a great way to start stretching that mindset is to take yourself on a medi walk and ask powerful questions and let the information come to you. Lesson number 3 was called Go for the Gold. And it was all about making your dream bigger in size and shorter in time. So we stretched it in size and we shortened the time frame. And remember, the time you give yourself to do something is usually the time it will take you to do it. Then we moved on to lesson number 4 and we called this Light Up Your Future. In this lesson, we wrote your letter from the future, a powerful tool that connects you to your future as if you were already there. And remember to keep on reading this letter because you will see miracles happen in your life. Lesson number 5 was all about what do we do when other people don't believe in us? What do I do when the people who surround me don't believe in me or my project? That is when you need to use 2 powerful tools. The first one was the shield, remember? The one to protect you from negative comments. So when you receive a negative comment, when you receive that thing that resembles a dart full of poison, you say to yourself, no matter what you say to me or what you think about me, I still believe in myself and my project. And the other tool we saw in this lesson was remembering your wins. Take those 60 seconds of instant confidence, and before you have to do something challenging, remind yourself of all the times you succeeded, of all your wins, and you will feel more confidence. And we moved on to lesson number 6, which was all about how to shift emotions and go from feeling nervous and anxious and scared to feeling ready and empowered. And in this lesson, we used the mantra, oh, what the heck, go for it anyway. Remember? And you might listen to this song in your head for a few days if you did it right. Oh, what the heck, go for it anyway. And then we moved on to lesson number 7, which was all about conquering your inner self-talk. And we saw that the 2 most powerful words are I am. Because whatever you say after that, your brain takes as a command. And so I invited you to pick a power phrase and to write it in your hand. And if you didn't write it in your hand, write it somewhere where you can see it every day. It's powerful. And then we moved on to lesson number 8, which was all about what do we do when my current reality is so different from my ideal vision. And that's where you rehearse in your subconscious mind being the version of yourself that is already successful, that is already healthier and sexier and more abundant. The more you rehearse in your mind, the more you change reality. And then we went on to lesson number 9, which was all about motivation and how to overcome that myth that says that you need to feel motivated to do things. What if I don't feel motivated? Do I have a problem? No, you don't have a problem. You stop waiting to feel motivated and you start creating motivation. And the best way to do that is to tie your goal to an identity shift. And we did the Goatify Yourself exercise. Lesson number 10 was all about using painful emotions to your advantage. How can you feel motivated if you're angry, if you're worried, if you're frustrated, if you're sad? And we saw how many times and how many successful people have used those emotions as a source of motivation in a way that you can use them to drive you forward. And in order to do that, you need to avoid doing, remember the Chinese finger trap and how many times we want to pull away from those emotions? No, lean in, use them to your advantage. And then we moved on to lesson 11, which was all about productivity and all about beating procrastination and beating distractions. And we saw that there's two main reasons why we procrastinate. One, because we're stressed out. And so we go, what if I fail? What if it doesn't work? What if I? So you need to work with your mind, lower your stress, and you will lower your procrastination. And reason number two why we procrastinate, because we're distracted. And so we built an anti-procrastination protocol. Use it. And lesson 12 was all about making the big moves, about moving the ball forward, about making the big decisions that will really change your life. I want to congratulate you for reaching this point in the quest. And listen, I have saved the absolute best for last. Our next lesson will bring you a tool that you will be able to use for the rest of your life. In a few minutes, you will reset your mind to have a winning mindset. So it's my gift for you, and you will find it in the next lesson.